Today's reading is Pixie, an entry from the Moscow Encyclopedia book series. While they are similar in appearance to fairies, which also belong to the fairy type, unlike fairies, which were originally not monsters until being corrupted by demon mana, their nature is so close to that of the succubi that they are genuine monsters belonging to the imp family. It is said that the souls of dead children become pixies, and perhaps for that reason, they are very fond of mischief. They lead humans who enter the forest astray and enjoy assaulting and violating them in groups. Although their bodies are tiny, they have the figures of very young girls, and their nature is succubus-like, and they are extremely lustful. They will tempt men with lewd spells, pleasure men with their entire bodies, and squeeze out their semen. Since they have similar appearances to fairies, which are friendly towards humans, they sometimes pretend to be fairies to throw off their victim's guard and lure them deep into the forest, only to suddenly attack, so one must take heed. Normally, their bodies are tiny like fairies, but by obtaining demon mana and storing up demon mana, they can use magic to freely alter the size of their own body as well as a man's. They may change themselves to the size of a little human girl and have sex with a man, or conversely, they may shrink a man who strikes their fancy, and they can take him away to the fairy kingdoms. The effect of this spell of theirs will only last a day at most, but they don't use this magic simply as a prank. When they use this spell on a man, they most definitely using it so that they can violate the man directly afterwards, so it's probably impossible to flee and wait for the effect to expire. Originally being monsters and not part of the fairy family, they weren't denizens of the fairy kingdoms. But recently, many pixies have moved into the kingdoms, teaching fairies that have yet to be monsterized about sex and pleasure to convert them into monsters, and using their magic to alter the size of the bodies of other fairies, and the men they brought along to invigorate sex. We can say that they are the major cause of the monsterization of fairies and the conversion of fairy kingdoms into demon realms.